Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I did this rose gold glitter type of look. So if you guys want to know how I got it, then make sure to keep on watching. So for my transition color, I'm gonna be using this kind of salmon pinkish eyeshadow from my ColourPop Build Your Own palette. I don't know what the shade is called, but I'm just gonna be adding this shade all over my lid with this blending brush from the Morphe eye set, babe eye brush set, I think that's what it's called. And yeah, I'm just gonna be blending out the edges with another blending brush, and all the brushes that I'm using are from the Morphe babe brush set, just in case you guys are wondering. And now that I blended out my transition shade, I'm gonna be grabbing the Love Letter shade from the Modern Renaissance palette and another blending brush and just add that all over my lid. I'm gonna go in like, I'm gonna pretty much build up the color that I want because I don't want to start adding too much shadow, then at the end it's like kind of hard to blend out, so I just like to build up the color instead. It's so much easier. And as you guys can see, I keep switching brushes just to make sure everything is perfectly blended and it doesn't look harsh or look like I'm just adding shadow for the fuck of it. And now I'm gonna be switching to a bigger blending brush. This one I always use just to blend out the edges and make sure it doesn't look rough on the sides. And yeah, now we're just gonna be cutting the crease with this flat Morphe brush and the Morphe concealer in the shade C15. I'm just gonna be cutting my crease before adding the glitter. For the glitter, I am going to be using the one from my ColourPop palette, and this is the rose gold glitter. It's really pretty, but it also gets really messy, so I'm just going to do this step very slowly just to I make sure I don't get it all over my face because it's a pain in the ass to take it off. So I always take my time on this step. And now once I add all the glitter on my eyelid, I always go with a little eyebrow brush just to kind of brush out the little glitter that I don't want all over my lid. And now I'm just grabbing this small Wet n Wild brush just to kind of define my crease and make it look more sharp and clean. And grab a smaller blending brush and just blend it out. And lastly, I'm just going to be blending the glitter with the pink eyeshadow just so it won't look like a harsh line in the middle. I'm just gonna blend it out. And now lastly, for the eye look, I'm gonna be adding a liner, and this is the eyeliner from Wet n Wild in the shade Black is Black. And I'm just gonna add a line. I'm not gonna do no wing liner. And for my lashes, I use the Fuckboy lashes by Heidi D. And now we're going to start with the face, which I'm using these two primers, the Baby Skin Primer from Maybelline and this Tarte primer that I got on my Ipsy bag. I think it's called Sea Salt Primer. I'm not sure. But yeah, next I'm gonna be using the Fit Me foundation in the shade 128. This is the matte and poreless one, and I'm gonna just blend out my foundation. And for concealer, I am going to be using the same one that I used on my eyes, which is the Morphe concealer in the shade C15. Just going to be adding this on my dark circles, on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, and on my chin. And of course, blend it out afterwards. And to contour, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild contour stick and contour the fuck out of my cheekbones, girl. I love my cheekbones to be snatched AF, just like my nose and my chin. And also I add some on my lips just to make them look bigger, because the bigger the better. And I'm going to be grabbing a different blending sponge just to blend out my contour. And now to set my concealer, I'm going to be using the Airspun powder in the shade Natural and Neutral. And I'm just going to add a little bit because sometimes my face gets really dry. So I just add a little bit and literally take it off right after 5 seconds. And to set the rest of my face, meaning the contour, I'm just going to be setting it with a bronzer that I got on my Ipsy bag. I don't know what it's called because I broke it, but it's a really good ass bronzer. I think it's by Beauty Creations if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure though. And for blush, I'm going to be using this blush right here called, I think it's called Girl Power, or I'm not sure if that's the shade, what the shade is called, but I love this blush. It's matte pink and it's just so cute. But anyways, now I'm just gonna finish up my eye look by adding the same shade that I used on my lid on the bottom on my waterline, and just smudge the shade all over my waterline. And of course afterwards I'm gonna be adding some mascara, which I'm gonna be using the Tarte mascara. Next, I'm just gonna be cutting my cheeks to make them look snatched AF, just to make sure my cheeks look nice and my cheekbones look pretty AF. I always smile while doing this. It helps a lot to make sure I look pretty. And now I'm gonna move on to the lips, which for the lips I'm gonna be moisturizing with a chapstick, doesn't matter, but for lip liner I'm gonna be using the KKW lip liner in the shade Nude number 2. And to top it off I'm gonna be using the Morphe lipstick in the shade Taunt, and just put it where I didn't put the eyeliner. And last but definitely not least, I'm going to be adding a little bit of lip gloss. This is the ColourPop Pump Lip Gloss in the shade Princess Cut. And it's supposed to be a plump gloss, but I don't know. I just feel my lips going numb, but I don't really think they go bigger, but it's still a good lip gloss. And lastly, I'm going to be setting my face with the Jeffree Star Makeup Setting Spray and adding highlighter. We're going to be using the Wet n Wild Precious Petals highlighter. And boom, that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you guys want to keep watching my videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.